Well, good afternoon, Facebook group. It is January 19. It's January the 2nd. I hope everyone was safe in the celebration to ring in the new year. I know I was absolutely on focus mode all of yesterday. Had a delicious lunch at my mom's. It's always tradition to go over there and with family and a nice espresso at the end, and my last piece of cake before I'm getting back into stealth mode with my nutrition, because the last couple of weeks, like us all, perhaps was a little challenging. Hey Jerry, hope you have a very beautiful and bright and amazing 2019. Let me get back on track here. So what I want to challenge all of you as leaders, I'm speaking to a lot of you that are leaders, working with myself, working with other teams, perhaps in your job position, the challenges of being a leader. And from John Maxwell, the greatest challenge of leadership, he always reads and writes, is balancing caring enough about your people, but having the candor, number two, having the candor to tell them what they need to hear in order to be successful. So not just care, but have candor, which often involves what? Telling people, telling your leaders, your team, things that they may not want to hear. Okay, so people pleasing isn't leadership, he says. It's being held captive by people's opinions at the expense of yours and their businesses. Now, you want your leaders to grow. You want to grow yourself. But keeping them happy is also keeping them, as he says, broke. Keeping everyone happy isn't responsible, nor is it being a leader or possible. So what should we do as leaders? And we all want to become greater leaders as we turn the page on a brand new year, especially in our industry where, especially our company, it's a leadership driven company. Leadership is developing a person's potential. That's when, as my sponsors are working with me to have me grow to become a better leader, as I'm working with my leadership, as my leaders are working with their leaders, as a leader, it's developing a person's potential. So holding the relationship while you help push them to turn potential into performance. I'll read that again. Holding your leaders and the relationship while you help push them to turn potential into performance. A successful leader gets the best out of their people, but also strengthening the relationship along the way. So they have the ability, the great leaders of our times, to turn potential into performance, but also get the best out of their people, but also strengthening their relationship as well. So I come back to John Maxwell as a leader that I always try to be and show so much care for my team, my leaders as they're growing, but also try to be a little bit more candor, which perhaps I need to work on. I probably tip a little bit more towards the caring and not having enough candor. So maybe I'll work on that in 2019. If you have the strength of character and candor, he says, to put your people's growth ahead of their happiness. So again, if you have the strength of not just their character, but the candor to put their growth ahead of their happiness, they may not like you in the short term. Okay, they may not like what you're doing in the short term, but guess what? He says they're going to respect you in the long term. And guess what? As a result of that long term, you and your leaders, whoever you're working with, will end up making more money. And that will make everyone obviously a lot happier along the journey. So just some thoughts on leadership as the new year begins. I thought that was powerful. I know I need to work on having, as John Maxwell says one last time, not just care, but make sure you've got candor. Be a little bit more, have candor and care. And that's really the journey we're all on to become better leaders. It's an ongoing process. No one has figured it out, but I want to share my thoughts with you on the first Facebook Live of 2019. I hope you're as stoked as I am to really make marked improvements in your business, in your character, in the way you deal with people every day, just understanding that we're all on a journey. Everyone has a story, as Oprah Winfrey says. Everyone has a story. So respect that story when you're connecting with people. Use more of this year, and you'll be better for it. God bless you all. Feel free to share below, pipe in, comment. Let me know if you liked what I had to share with you today, and have a good rest of your week ahead. Bye-bye.